Yeah, lovely fish. Lovely big mouth.
Yeah. Absolutely prime. Right, let's slaughter away.
Yeah.
Get after some more.
Off you go. I'll see you again.
It's still freezing.
It is. Very cold.
Well, I escaped from the banks, but only for a short time, because I do want to get back up there and catch some more fish for us. The team are still up there, banging away, getting those fish. But firstly and foremost, I've got to explain what I use. Tackle is a personal preference, and I understand that. I mean, it comes down to your budget, it comes down to what you like at the end of the day. We chop and change. My rig here, my setup here, is my own personal preference. Rod-wise, the start of it all, that's what we've got to talk about. I'm using Maver. They're nice rods, light rods, carbon fibre, nice reel seat. Very, very light bit of equipment. 2¼ pound test curve. Obviously, you can have all the way through the range. I fish light. At Pallington, you haven't got to chuck your rods out miles. You don't need to hoolie them out. You've got nice fish into the 20s and up to 30 pound, but this piece of equipment will handle it. Not a problem at all, and they feel right. The reel is lovely balanced. It's just a nice bit of equipment, and I say, that's my personal preference. This time of year, we allow 3 rods at Pallington, so I've got a 3-rod setup. Moving on from the rods, I can't say enough about them. They are a nice bit of equipment. Back to everybody's favourite. Everybody goes for them, is the Shimano bait runner systems for carp fishing. Again, a whole range of different reels. I've got 3 or 4 different types of them, but the ones I use at Pallington are the 6010 GTs. Fantastic bit of equipment, do what the job is. They shoot off when you want, you don't have any problems with them. We all love them. Everybody fishes with them nowadays. There's a lot on the market, but our preference, and certainly my preference, is the Shimano 6010s for this kind of fishing. Then you come down to, it is a very important bit of equipment, it's the pod. I mean, you can have bank sticks, you can have pods, single bank sticks, buzzer bars on single bank sticks, whatever you want. My preference, and okay, it's an expensive bit of equipment, is Martin Locke's from Solars, his Globetrotter. It's a fantastic piece of equipment. I can't say enough about it. I don't like bank sticks, personally. I tried them. I find they move around sometimes when you get really hard hits and big strikes. I don't like that. I like to be in control of my setup. And I say this piece of equipment certainly does the business. It's stainless steel. It comes with 2 sets of front bank sticks, so you can just, any condition you can use them. This kind of time of year, sometimes, well, you've seen the frosts we've had, you don't want to be banging bank sticks into, making noise. It's just grief. This piece of equipment I can set up, I can fish steep banks, I can fish into the water with it. It is very, very good. I really like it. Again, it might sound unusual, but this tiny little bit at the back makes a lot of difference, especially fishing at night. And these mangrove buzz balls, they really are a nice bit of equipment. You can literally drop your rod into it, and that isn't going to go anywhere, and that's not even pushed into it. So they are a very, very nice piece of kit. Just that little piece to finish off with. And then the alarms. Again, we all know there's just a phenomenal range of alarms on the market, and again, it's what suits your budget. I'm lucky that I've got the Micron LXRs, they're the Fox ones. I think they are, well, they probably are one of the best on the markets, along with Delkims and such like that, top alarms. And at the end of the day, it's what gives you the shout. You know, you don't have to concentrate all the time when you're carp fishing, but as soon as you've got a reliable bit of kit here, these little alarms, and I know exactly where I'm going. These ones here, and it's something I do want to mention, and I'm not here to advertise for Fox or anything like that, but they've got a backdrop facility. It's very important for me. I mean, how many times will we run out there at night and think, we've had a run, is that fish coming towards us? And the fish I lose, and I'm cough to it straight away, are normally when I've had a backdrop, and I just get totally lost with it. These here have got a system when you get a drop back, these illuminate. And basically, the system here I'm showing you, because of the lines how they are, it won't allow the backdrop fish system to show us. But what will happen is this little light here will flash and flash. And basically, I know I've got a backdrop. I can run to that alarm. It's as bright as anything in the darkness, and I can hit into that fish and reel in, because I know he's coming towards me. And I must admit, for me anyhow, my problems of losing fish on the backdrops have almost just gone. You know, it's just an excellent piece of equipment. Going on from that, we can have sounder boxes into our bivvies. There's nothing worse this time of year than to sit out in the rain because you've got to be near your alarms to hear them. You can wrap yourself up in your bivvy, and I use the sounder box for this. You can have, you know, ones with wires into your bivvies or whatever. This piece of equipment is fantastic. It's up to 200 metres of range. I don't advocate anybody leaves anywhere near that distance. You know, you want to sit on those rods all the time, purely for the hitting of the fish and also the safety of the fish. You don't want it running around out there. But beware, one thing I have found out with these little pieces of equipment, don't ever stick it inside the side panels of your bivvy. Because many a time I've woken up, you want to hit that fish, you run to the sound and go smack bang into the side of your bivvy. It's stupid. I don't enjoy it, and everybody takes the mickey out of me. But there we go. They're well worth it. They really are well worth it. Not a problem at all. That whole setup there is what I want, I use, and I catch fish on, and I enjoy catching fish on it. And I say that's, you know, when I say about the test curves of these rods, 2¼ pound, people go, oh, well, that's light. You know, you're low on the test curve. Switch that little fella off. But you can feel the fish, you can stay with it all the time on low test curve rods. I enjoy my fishing, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to be one of those people that sits there for that amount of time when you carp fishing. You hit the fish, and then you've got to get that fish in. You've got to get that fish into the bank. That's not what I want. I want to feel that fish. I want to beat that fish. And with this kind of light equipment, and we'll go into the rigs, etc., and lines in a short time, but this piece of equipment here is what it's about. It's enjoying your fishing. And with everything I've got, this complete setup, and I say you can get any setup you want with the budget you've got. Nowadays, you can get a successful outfit quite cheaply, and you'll enjoy your fishing. It's not a case of just running those fish in, pulling them out on the bank, photo, put them back. Don't forget, you know, I started all my fishing when I was match fishing. Light equipment, you enjoy the fishing. It's that kind of piece of setup. Okay, it's probably quite an expensive setup for most people's budgets, but I'm lucky, I'm involved in the fishing world, so therefore I treat myself to what I think is the best on the market for myself.
Nearly ready for the net, Carp.
You got her out of that bush quite nicely. Of course, she looks like a fish.
Nice common.
I thought that was a mirror when you had that out of distance. What was that?
Middle rod again, over off of the island.
Just sat down having a cup of tea. We can't even do that in peace and quiet.
Good little scrapper.
It's got plenty of go in it. Is that on that red herring?
Yeah, red herring again.
Not had a touch on that myself.
About 10 freebies around it. Is she ready?
Still got some fight left in her. You going to bring her in down this side in the corner here?
Yeah, I'll bring it to you, Carl.
Look at that. I love it when they boil just underneath the tip like that.
Nice bend in the rod.
That's on your £3 rod as well, isn't it? Comes.
Oh, not yet.
Was that on the one that was on mono? Did you catch that on mono?
Yeah.
Just as the sun's starting to go down as well. You say when and I'll lunge.
No, I'll bring it to you, Carl.
Ooh.
Certainly going well.
She's going for that bush, isn't she? I don't mind catching them like this, but not like 3 o'clock in the morning when it's freezing cold and it's covered in ice.
And
Come to daddy.
In the bag. Thanks very
Well
much,
done.
Carl.
Gosh, nice and deep. Looks bigger than I thought she would. Does this just unscrew?
Just
Hoik it up. Okay.
We've got plenty of slack line.
Oh. Just about a double figure on it. Up we go. I'm going to stick her down there.
Just get my rod down, Carl. Right, we've got the
You've got your
clinique.
clinique.